Hi everyone. Space has become essential for our security and prosperity. Unregulated companies and organizations from many different countries are now involved in exploring space for their own benefits and rewards. Who's monitoring and policing all of this space expedition activity? Welcome to Reaching for the Moon. The major legal treaty in existence today, which is the Outer Space Treaty, it was developed by the United Nations in 1967 and is formally known as the Treaty on Principles Governing the Activities of States in the Exploration and Use of Outer Space, including the Moon and other celestial bodies. The treaty was formally opened for signature by the United Nations on January 27, 1967, and entered into force as a treaty on October 10, 1967. Today, a total of 110 countries are parties to the Outer Space Treaty. The treaty aims to prevent the militarization of space, ensure the peaceful exploration and use of outer space, and prohibit countries from claiming sovereignty over celestial bodies. It's widely regarded as the cornerstone of international space law and is the basis for space expedition law today. The treaty outlaws nukes and other weapons of mass destruction being deployed in space, but makes no mention of lasers, missiles, satellites, or other cyber weapons. The treaty prohibits private property in space and states that no nation can claim a piece of space or lunar territory as their own, but it does not explicitly restrict the extraction of resources like water and minerals from celestial bodies. Two other accords, the Moon Agreement in 1984 and the Artemis Accords in 2020, have been prepared and signed by about 20 nations. However, China and Russia are not amongst the signees. Basically, the only governing treaty for space exploration today is the outdated Outer Space Treaty. With all the activity now occurring in commercial space exploration, it was felt that the USA needed a branch of our military dedicated to its defense. Just like we have branches of military dedicated to protecting and securing the air, land, and sea. Access to space is vital to our national defense and fundamental to our economic system. Thus, the U.S. Space Force was established December 20th, 2019, when the National Defense Authorization Act was signed into law by President Trump. The USSF is part of our military organization. NASA, which has been operational for many years, is a civilian organization whose chief administrator is appointed by the president. The USSF is responsible for organizing, training, and equipping Guardians to conduct global space operations that enhance the way our joint and coalition forces fight, while also offering decision makers military options to achieve national objectives. NASA's primary goal is to perform important aerospace research and development. The United States Space Force falls under Secretary of the Air Force, and the USSF quarters and office of the CSO are located in the Pentagon, just like the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and Air Force. The USSF currently has a temporary operational command hub at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado. The USSF immediately swallowed up the U.S. Space Command, which was a combatant command within the Air Force with responsibility for direct military space missions. Today, the 5 main locations for the USS are as follows: Buckley Space Force Base, Colorado; Los Angeles Space Force Base, California; Patrick Space Force Base, Florida; Peterson Space Force Base in Colorado; and Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. USSF organizational changes are still happening and will do so for several more years. In the meantime, the USS Hub will remain at Peterson Air Force Base until a selected preferred location, which is the Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama, is ready to function as the U.S. Space Command headquarters. The U.S. Space Force is currently composed of approximately 16,000 military and civilian personnel and growing. Well, with that thought, we're going to end today's video. Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed our discussion of the U.S. Space Force as it grows in the next few years. Hit the like button and the subscribe button to be informed every time Reaching for the Moon posts a new video. In the meantime, remember, failure is not an option. Bye.